prepared for everything. Car bombs, chemical, biological, an attack from the top, but not this. Not for something this size. There's no plan. We didn't make it.
Only emergency transmissions on this frequency at this time. All right, all emergency personnel respond to Destiny West. All emergency service units, please go to Destiny West.
So, we just got out of World Trade Center, the new Oliver Stone movie, which is the second movie to deal with 9/11 this year.
For their flight coverage.
Here at the top of this tower, there's a huge gaping hole, flames still inside.
Can you believe this?
What do you think?
You know, it's hard to be snarky about a movie like that, even if in the end there are flaws with the film.
Yeah.
And I certainly think there are, but the set work was amazing.
You really felt like you were in the middle of, you know, this devastation. I thought that the best sequences in the movie, the ones that worked the best, were the ones that dealt with the immediacy of it and the towers collapsing.
I couldn't believe some of the audio and the visual aspect.
Yeah.
The representation of the event from that perspective was unbelievable. I thought it was.
It really made you feel like you were there. For me, though, there were parts of the movie where it got a little bit more fantastical, and we had Oliver Stone going to the families and kind of looking at it from their point of view. And then when we got into the dream sequences and people were like imagining the two guys, it was Nicolas Cage and Michael Pena playing Port Authority officers who were trapped underneath the rubble, and they were dreaming about their families, and everything was idyllic and soft focus and slow motion, and the strings came out, and all of a sudden it didn't feel like it was appropriate for this movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you juxtapose it against United 93, which really stuck with this, we're going to keep, but going back and forth between, the on the plane and the people dealing with it on the ground. This was much more about the emotional impact on the families and the immediate sort of reaction to all the stuff that's happening and not knowing where their loved one was or what they were experiencing.
Right.
Where's John McLaughlin?
Mrs. McLaughlin?
Yes.
He's alive, but I'm afraid there's been a mistake.
Stay.
When they called me, they really thought John walked out. He didn't. He's still trapped. They're working on it. Is you hurt there?
Overall, I was really blown away and very moved by this film. I thought it was really one of the best things I've ever seen Oliver Stone do.
Wow. I agree with you about bringing people in. I thought it was interesting where Nicolas Cage is trapped underneath it, the rubble, and all he can think about is that he didn't finish the cabinets at his house and how pissed his wife's going to be at him. That kind of stuff rang true for me. The dream sequences, the shots of Jesus, that kind of stuff, it just felt like he was taking a little bit too much liberties with stuff that, may or may not have gone down that way. And I know that this was taken directly from those two police officers' point of view, and so I'm sure that this story had been rehashed by them several times, and that Oliver Stone was trying to stay true to it. I guess I just thought that, like United 93, the more realistic aspects of it, the more grounded stuff, was the most interesting and the most dramatic stuff for me.
Definitely. And there was a side plot with a Marine character that I really felt was a little bit like, it just was a strange choice, and I don't know if it was the actor or the way he portrayed it or what, but I feel like he was sticking really closely probably to this person's viewpoint of the whole thing.
Right.
I think that it was important that viewpoint be represented, but the character was just a little bit robotic, a little bit weird for me, and kind of detracted from the other things that were going on.
You got a name, Marine? Staff Sergeant Carnes. I need something a little shorter. Staff Sergeant.
He represented that kind of, anger that everybody had as soon as 9/11 happened, the struggle for answers and the thirst for vengeance, really, But then again, he was, flying from way out of town like the Wisconsin police and everybody. The true aspects of the story are absolutely amazing. I think they work the best in the whole movie.
It looked incredible. I mean, the set pieces for just blew me away.
Very convincing. I'm gonna have to give this movie a rock fist up for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a rock fist up for me as well. It's hard to be critical of a movie that's, about that subject matter, and I really think we've gotten lucky with the two films that have been made being so good. So it's
although I did prefer United 93, I think that one hit me a little bit more emotionally. It was a little bit more raw, but Oliver Stone, doing the sentiment.
Yep.
Good for him.
Rock fist up.